Hey guys, real quick, today is a day in the life in the office. Yes, we are growing daily. We appreciate you. If you're a current customer of ours, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. I know you can go with any other credit repair company, but you chose Latino Solutions. Like, our goal is not to just fix your credit. We're gonna fix your future. We're gonna educate you and then help you use credit to make you more money. Right now, I'm live, right? I'm live on IG, and Mauricio right there is like, hey, he went from BK to 25K. Hey, that's a start, bro. You growing. At the end of the day, you are better than you were yesterday. That's the main thing. I do want to share with you guys something. If you guys are in business and you guys have a team that's growing, we just changed to Discord. We were on WhatsApp, but now we are on Discord. So something to adapt to. Discord, you can do live video calls with the whole team, which is great. We don't have to Zoom anymore. Zoom we still use for clients that want to onboard, right, and kind of see what we're about. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm growing as you guys see me evolve. Go check out my first video on YouTube. Compared to now, you'd be like, damn, this guy don't stop. Yeah, we don't stop. Why? Because every day is an opportunity to grow. Every day is an opportunity for you to get better. And then the biggest thing that I think people kind of don't realize is that, see that sign up there? You'll never go broke investing in yourself. And that's the reality, right? Like, people will go broke trying to get their kids the best bobblehead right here. You'll buy your bobblehead. Bobblehead, let's say it costs 200 bucks. You'll do that in a heartbeat, but you won't spend $1,000 on your credit at the very minimum. And this is just, you know what I mean? Like, literally, guys, motivation, okay? I want to share with you guys, because I'm going to read what that says right there. Your environment is everything. Your environment is everything. See this right here? It says, so it's on Victor. Shout out to you, Victor. This is on your desk. My wife made it. This is something that's special because $10,000, Porsche key, and this is the most important. In case of emergency, break the glass. Sometimes life throws curveballs at you, unexpected bills, job loss, or a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Behind this glass is your safety net of $10,000 and car key. Use it wisely. This is for real emergencies, not BS. Okay, money's fake, just want to let you guys know. One of the things that we try to emphasize here is we're big on mindset, right? It takes 1 day to change your mindset, 21 days to change a habit, 90 days to learn a skill, 365 days to change yourself, literally, right? Shout out to Myron Golden. I listen to Myron Golden every morning.
Would you consider Myron Golden like an online mentor?
Like, he's an online mentor of mine. Like, seriously, online mentor. And his mentorship is like 150K. I feel like he's totally worth it, right? We're investing in other things right now. Once we expand the office, I'm gonna definitely invest in his mentorship, because he'll teach you how to get there faster. People don't realize this. Yes, you wanna get there faster, right? Like right now, what's your goal? Most people like, I want to make 100 grand this year. Okay. How much are you making? I'm making 50 grand. Okay. So you not making 100 grand in a year is costing you 50,000. So if you pay me 3 to 5,000, right? I can get you 50K in credit. It's in credit, but you can use that money now to invest and make you more money. That's what it comes down to, guys. Remember, we don't have a money problem. We have an investing problem. We have a I buy too much BS problem. We have a I gotta take my girl on vacation problem. That's what we have. There's no money problem. Money comes in. Money comes in every day, every week, every 2 weeks. It comes in, but you don't know how to disperse it to the right department. It's the only blue rag I rock. Navy Federal. I'm in the Marines, right? Navy is actually owns the Marines, but we're like a part of the Navy, right? If you guys don't know, but you know, Navy. And the reason why Navy is special to me is because Navy was that first bank that gave me my first $2,000 credit card. First. All right, the system glitched because when I applied, they asked for secured, and I was on the phone with the guy, and I go, okay, cool, what do I gotta do? Oh, just put $200. I put $200, and literally the system like, oh, sir, you're approved for 2,000. And I was like, what? Oh, awesome. But that month, I racked up that card, and I like used it, paid it off. Used it, paid it off. And that was the start of my credit journey, because that was my first official unsecured card that had a limit more than 500. My biggest limit was 300 to 500, credit one, and I had a first Premier that was 700. Horrible card. But like I say that, like credit changed my life, all right? And you know, my co-founder, Brandon's, and if you haven't checked out his pod, go look at it, man. Like literally, it's something really that he went from bankruptcy to almost 200K in credit. My son right now, we're gonna do something where we're gonna buy a property on credit, whether it's land or something. We're gonna document that for you guys, because I wanna show you guys it's possible. Everything is possible. You guys gotta just be tapped in with the right information, with the right person, with the right circle. You know, Victor, again, in the next 2 months, he's gonna be a homeowner. I'm gonna put it out there because he put it out there. Like, he's gonna be a homeowner, right? And then the reality is, why did he go from working in the warehouse to almost owning a home in the next 2 months? Why? Because he put himself in that situation. He put himself in that like uncomfortable situation where like, hey bro, he sent me his last $1,000, you know, I set him up right, and then on, you know, put him on a sales training call. We went to go see Daniel G together. Now he works at the office, okay? You guys that are watching, you guys can do this too. Right? I'm giving you guys step by step. How many people call you, hey bro, Santiago got me a 25K card? If you can't give enough free game, you don't know enough, okay? Don't stay like stagnant, or don't stay the same. Every day try to find a way to get better and better and better. You know, even with the credit stuff, like you can watch one video a day and dissect it. What can I do today that I didn't do yesterday to help my credit? Whether it's remove an inquiry, whether it's add a trade line, right? You can even call 10 people and have them add you to their credit card. Just make sure they don't use it. Because if they add you to a credit card and they use it, it's gonna hurt your credit. TikTok, we on IG. Hey guys, Mark Miller right there.
What's up, fellas?
Business Capital.
And young ladies.
All day. Access Capital. So real quick, so I got you on YouTube. Get 5 minutes. I'm gonna get 5 minutes with Mark. He charges like $500 for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna get him real quick.
Make sure I'm sending him an invoice.
Send the invoice. So real quick, Mark, what made you get started with business funding? Like business, how do you stumble upon business funding?
Well, it wasn't business funding in the beginning. It was just, I had a little computer company that I had started, and I needed to figure out how to fund it. I didn't know how to conversate with the banks. The banks wasn't telling me what I needed, you know, and that's the issue with a lot of people. It's the information that you lack and that you don't have that can cost you. That can either create a profit or an opportunity, or it can cost you for not knowing. And so I didn't know. I didn't know where to go, who to turn to. It seemed daunting.
Back then, Yellow Pages, or what were you doing? Google? No, I'm just kidding. But
yeah.
No. What were you using to? You were just calling banks?
I was just calling banks. Of course, I had a bank account. You know, it was WAMU at the time, Washington Mutual. But you know, at the end of the day, the information that I didn't know was costing me the opportunity. So just start. It was an event I went to. I can't remember the name of the event. But you know, we talk about getting in the rooms, and I heard some information that, you know, talked about credit, talked about, you know, stated income, and, you know, different things like that. And I was like, I put two and two together. It was like, oh, okay. So it's not that complicated. I don't need all these documents and all this information. I just need good credit and a good conversation.
What's your first business credit card? It could be like 1,000, 2,000, something. Hey, you know what? My first credit card, because you remember your first.
Yeah, my first business credit card had a company called Jones Mill Investment Group, and it was actually a Bank of America when they were giving out like small business lines of credit, $7,500.
Oh shoot, that was your first one.
That was my first one.
And you was like, oh shoot, okay, we got something right here.
Yeah, you know, I was like, okay, I could use this, pay it back, use this. I could write checks against it, stuff like that. So that kind of like opened my mind up to it. But my first credit card, I think it was a Discover card. And
What was the limit for those? Because I know when you start off, Discover
I think that was probably like $2,000.
Okay,
at the
okay.
time.
$2,000 and then you build that up. Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, Discover, for you guys that are watching, I like Discover because it does a pre-qualify. And nowadays, I don't know, back then, I don't think they would, did they cashback match you? Not back then.
I don't know.
No, okay. So right
Back then, like it was that long ago. It was a minute.
because now they'll cashback match you. So meaning, if you spend X amount and you're getting like 500 cash back at the end of the year, they'll match you. So they'll give you an extra 500. So that was like my first real taste of like, damn, this credit game is special because
Crazy.
pay me to use money. You know, at the end of the day, if you find a way to use credit to make you money, that's the power. Real quick, what's the most you've gotten one person funded for?
$434,000.
434,000.
A big portion of that was an SBA loan for like $260. But yeah, $434,000.
Damn. See, and then a lot of people they're on live right now, right? People just don't. Oh, how do I set up my LLC? I have a business. We have a lot of people that have a business, but they're not structured properly. What is one gem that you can just throw at them so they can start there? Because there's a lot of stuff, and then
I mean, the name of your business, you got to be fundable. Like, don't fall in love with the name. Just date it. Don't fall in love with it. Date the name, leverage the name to get into what you really want to do. So if it's credit repair, if it's some high-risk industry, all right, that's the back end. The front end has to look very, very structured and looks fundable. So it might not be something that you fall in love with again, but to the bank, it looks more legitimate. It's more structured. The naming convention, the SIC or the NAICS code is industry standard or safe, and you roll with that. You get some capital underneath that, and you lend it or you leverage it in that other business that's not so lendable or kind of high risk. Real estate flipping, all my guys and girls that out there that do real estate flipping, you don't want this real estate company taking it to the bank. You want the holding company, you want the management company. That's what these banks and institutions want to see. Until you have enough data meaning revenue and financials, that can speak that conversation for you. But if you don't have that, you got to have a good name and good credit.
So one of the things with Mark, right, he's been, giving me like business banking relationship with people from Bank of America, Chase, First Citizens, right, US Bank, right? And these are the relationships that he's built through the years of trial and error and like, hey, this works, this doesn't work. So make sure to plug with him, tell them where they can reach you at so you can get that business funding.
You can just hit me at mark.monetizeme. That's mark.monetizeme, or follow me on my website, monetizemellc.com, or Access Capital is Instagram.
So remember, guys, if you guys going to tap in with them, do they have to have an LLC? Because I don't want you wasting your time, brother. Seriously.
You don't have to have an LLC to get funding. You can start by funding just yourself with your, regular revenue, with your job. You can start there. But if you're going to start an LLC or an entity or side hustle or a business, at some point getting separated from the person on the business is the goal, because there's levels and there's other opportunities when you do have that other entity structure outside of just your personal credit. But personal credit is the anchor, it's the foundation, it's the key.
Credit dealer knows.
Absolutely.
If you know, you know. And personal credit, you got to be right. When you go to business funding, that's a whole different level. That's like 10xing your business, because now you don't have a $5,000 credit card. You can potentially get a $25,000 or $50,000 if everything's lined up.
Yeah.
Don't listen to all them social media people saying that, hey, open up an LLC and you got 50K by tomorrow. It don't work that way.
Yeah, especially right now, everybody did that. A lot of people default. Banks have changed of how they view. So banks want to date you now. So they want to see 30 days, 91 days of some type of activity. I know he talks about it with the Navy Federal process. A lot of these other banks are gravitating to that same process. You got to open up a checking account. You got to show some type of validity of them wanting to extend you some type of capital or credit. So don't be in a rush. Slow and steady wins the race. You make up and leverage what you lack in ability.
All right, Mark, send me the invoice. Appreciate you.
It's already in your email.
Damn. See, guys, I'm over here investing back in the channel. Real quick, before we leave real quick. So just something to consider. You can't deposit excuses. We all have them, okay? However, flip that mindset. Hey, you know what? I've been struggling with bad credit for X amount of years. I need to change my situation. Then start, getting a $1 credit analysis. Everything's gonna be in the bio. Link in the bio. Link in the bio. That easy. Okay? Text us 951-667-8391. And then I'm gonna leave you guys with this, because we always let me give you guys a little not secret, but I remember anyone who had a nice car, or if you think a Cybertruck is nice, right, or whatever, I was like, damn, they got a nice car and it was wrapped. Man, they must have that double money, because I couldn't even afford the nice car, right? I always thought of people that had the wrap, because that was like an extra 4 Gs. I only have 4 Gs to buy the car, right? So just something to think about. There's levels to this, guys, right? If that motivates you, then execute, start fixing your credit, right? There's so many ways you can make money here. I'm not here to, do a bait and switch or something like that. We're real. We have an office. We want to see you guys grow. Thank you so much. On to the next one. I gotta go. My wife got dinner for me.